What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. We just did a video yesterday about how medkits can be super OP, so it would be wrong of us not to put together a medkit build, and that's exactly what we have done. So this build should have super survivability because essentially, as you can see here, it has got unlimited medkits. So we've got our Ouroboros, we're on heroic. Obviously heroic's not the hardest thing in the world right now, but let's just see how this build plays out. Now, quick PSA, I haven't absolutely maxed this build. Whoa. Because I really didn't know if it was worth the investment, but it is 98% maxed out, so I have a funny feeling everything's just going to be really easy. Bro. It's funny how you shoot when you're stuck in the foam. I don't even feel like I need my shield. I feel like I'm just doing big bits. Oops. Whoa, pause the video, you got a sneak peek.
Got a visual on hostiles in the memorial compound. They're moving south.
Let's try to hold my medkit button.
It looks closed from here.
Agent, you'll need to find a way to open that gate.
Let's carry on, let's carry on. Look at the armor bar. Man, you actually don't need your shield with this. So it's definitely open for a different skill, although the specialization actually matters, so we can't run Banshee Pulse. But I guess we could just run a drone or just anything else essentially. Having the instant medkit on though definitely does mean that it's definitely nice to have the heal button on like a quick shortcut or menu or something, you know, rather than if you can't quite get to the V while you're navigating. Ow. I mean, it's definitely not the hardest hitting the builds. Cool. But I was just going to say, but survivability is great. But you shouldn't, you know, do what I did and get yourself in the middle of a grenadier and an elite, thinking you're invincible. No, I was trying to hit me. Oh, that looks like it could be a good backpack. There's another bad guy alive, doesn't there? Alright, cool. Let's set that backpack out before we go over the build. If you sneaky's not been headshot. Damn it, that was close. Alright, let's go over the build. We don't have to go back to the base. So this is the build that was running, no shock here after we've been talking all about system corruption. The firewall though gives us a boost to the specialization med pack. It gives us up to 200% boost rather than 100% over 10 seconds, and that just makes the med pack crazy good. The other thing that we're running here is the everyday carrier. I've got mine rolled with weapon damage. This is the only part of the build that wasn't completely optimized. I actually crafted this. I got the blueprint from Descent. and that's why I had to craft until I got a crit chance, crit damage one, but they were both really low. I ran out of materials optimizing the crit chance, and then I waited to really test it out before I spent an absolute fortune optimizing the critical hit damage. But it comes with perfectly efficient. Efficient is just as good though, so you don't necessarily need to worry about having this chest piece. But I did like the fact that I'm running 2 Bellstone, 1% armor regen and 10% armor on kill, especially as I'm not running gunner for this because I need the med kit bonus from Firewall. This was really nice to have. But you can see here, using an armor kit has a 75% chance not to consume the armor kit. That doesn't really matter because we're running system corruption. But again, the specialization armor kit bonuses are increased by 100%. So that makes it with 3 times as much as what it normally is. And when you saw me hold the button down, as you can see here, if I hold the button down, we get a huge chunk of bonus armor, which is really nice. Now you can run more blue cores in this if you would like, and that makes that even better. But it's totally up to you. But then we're going to run system corruption. System corruption is really hard to get hold of. It comes in legacy caches, but it's a DZ exclusive natively, so that's really where you're going to have to try and farm it. And it's really hard to get unless it's actually system corruption day in the DZ. So, you know, these pieces, if you do get them, keep hold of them like I do, because you never know when you might need them. 15% armor on kill though, putting us at 25% armor on kill, which is really nice. There's some pulse and disrupt resistance, not that we're using that. But then there's the hack step protocol, and this is where it all kind of is going wrong a little bit, but we'll talk about that in just a second. And if you want to talk about that in more detail, please check out my previous video from yesterday about it. It replaces armor kits with an instant infinite use ability on a 20-second cooldown that repairs 20% armor, grants 50% bonus armor, and hides your nameplate for 5 seconds. It increases total weapon damage by 2% per 5% bonus armor gained, up to 20%. And then I've got weapon damage, crit damage. On the gloves, weapon damage, critical hit damage. On the knees, armor, because I didn't have a red code version of these, with critical hit damage. And on the holster, weapon damage and critical hit chance. Now, there's a couple of really good things that happen in here. So we can double tap the V for the med kit, and that will give us half of our armor back. Or we can hold V, and you've seen that in action as well before. Usually you only have to single tap, but it's broke with system corruption. You have to double tap to get the med kit to work. But as you saw with the bonus armor, we get extra weapon damage. Now that's working in twofold in this build. It's working with the med kits, but it also works with the armor that we get from Perfect Bloodsucker. So as long as we are killing and getting bonus armor, you're actually getting extra damage through system corruption. And we do need some kind of damage here because we're using no damage talents whatsoever. We could skip out on the everyday carrier and not use perfectly efficient. It would make the instant use medkit not as good, but if we were just bothered about the longer press one, we could perhaps run something like this, a Bellstone here with Obliterate on, or if you're lucky enough to have, where's my other Bellstone? I can't find it right now, but I've got a Bellstone that's all red as well. This one can be all red. You see, I've got the armor core roll with Obliterate as well, so you can run that as well. It's also up to you about how many blue cores you want to run with this, but you know, the survivability on this thing is crazy good because of the armor on kill, and because basically you got, you know, an instant use med kit that does like over half of your armor, or you've got the big boost arm, you know, one, and it's obviously got the survivability will be more and more as you basically, you know, if you've got more blue cores. I mean, 2 blue cores in this would be perfectly fine, 3 maybe as well. So it's also up to you what you run with that. I just like having, you know, I wouldn't have any blue cores whatsoever. 58.5% crit chance. Be aware though, I am 0.5 missing here, so it should be 59%. 147.6% critical hit damage. Again, be aware I am missing, you know, nearly 8% off that here as well. So a good amount of crit chance and crit damage. 70% headshot damage as well. And then just feel free to run whatever gun you want with this. Just spec out your crit chance and crit damage mods to please. I run it with the Ouroboros. I mean, it made this mission really easy, but I mean, this mission's not hard anyway. But you could run the shield splinter if you wanted to. You could run whatever gun you like. But yeah, a lot of fun. It's got a lot of survivability. I don't know what they're going to do with system corruption and the med pack, so I mean, use this one while you can. I fully expect it to change. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate all you guys subscribing recently. It's been wild. So if you've not yet subscribed, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. It really does help out the channel loads. And if you need any help whatsoever, check out the Discord in the description down below. It's a lot of fun in there. Join the chat rooms. Everybody's helping everybody out. It's a great place to be if you love the Division. And I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, agents. Goodbye.